but like, it wasn't my goal to be like, I'm gonna save a bunch of this. Both times it was like, I want to look for a specific kind of thing with this art, and then I found what I was looking for more or less, but then I ended up saving a bunch of other stuff along the way, and that's how I ended up with the stuff that I have now. And also, I am apparently live on the interwebs right now.
Shit.
I was not foretold of this, but well, I mean, I kind of was, but it was only a few seconds I was foretold because of both my PC and then my phone having notifications for it. I'm literally looking at the screen right now, and it just boom, Google Chrome notification. I see that, I'm like, oh crap, we're live, and then my phone and all that.
Oh man, is it working?
I was about to just say, all right, the real question is, am I actually being heard? I have no idea.
Should we find out?
I mean, we might as well, or else you're just going to be hearing you, and it's going to be like, you know, not hearing Artie in our old video clips where no one knows that there's another person there other than the fact that we're clearly talking to somebody else, but you can't hear that other person.
That's because Artie is a myth.
Yeah, Artie doesn't have his voice set to share like the cool kids. You know, we live on the edge. We put our voices on the internet, regardless of the repercussions. You know, we live on the edge.
I think it worked.
All right. Good.
Oh,
that way we don't have to have more than like that 5 seconds of repeat audio from the same person.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, I would add another fart, bro, and it's...
Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. Oh, no, bro.
Jesus, this...
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what my voice sounds like now if the phone being laying on the top of the dresser here alters the voice at all. Then again, I'm also not entirely certain on how it turned out the first time, because after you started the first live stream we did last time, I actually did go back and watch some of it a little bit after it was done, but I never like fully clicked on the video. It was more just like it was on my YouTube homepage, and I like hovered over it and just had it play that way, and I got like a quarter through it, and then I moved on to other things and hadn't gone back to it. But it sounded like it was all right on my end. It didn't sound bad. I'm like, huh, I actually get to hear what it's like on the other end of my phone's microphone.
Motherfuckers are trying to run me over with the fucking... No! No, 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 no! You get your fucking Deathmobile away! Fuck you! I died.
But,
I died in the game and I'm
dying anyway, but yeah, anyway, I guess because I'm doing that thing where I have like 3 different things that I was kind of talking about, and they all branched off of each other, and then you start the live stream and I get talking about that stuff, and that will lead me to something else I'll bring up here in a second, maybe, if I remember it. I don't know, but I'll finish my other like 2 or 3 sentences before I try to get back around to that one.
Bro, what the fuck did I eat? What the fuck is that vehicle doing?
Carrots. I didn't even eat carrots. I don't even eat carrots.
Like, goddamn, I went to Noodles and Company, asked, getting me marinara. I had a cookie.
Marinara?
I had some cheesy garlic bread.
That sounds like it would maybe do it. That would definitely contribute.
I ain't
Luigi, fucking... no!
I'm not letting
He's marinating in his own ragu.
Okay, first of all, hold the fuck up. That sounds, it doesn't sound like you...
He's marinating in his own ragu.
That sounds a little bit more, suspicious.
Hey man, don't judge Luigi on his interests, okay?
I'm judging.
It was a lonely Saturday night, alright?
No.
Nobody was around.
That does not excuse it. That does not excuse it.
I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's from I know enough to know it's from a Robot Chicken sketch. I don't remember the context because I haven't exactly looked it up, but I know the freaking, like, the clone. It's like, Luigi, no! He's marinating in his own ragu. I think he freaking falls into, like, a pit. He might actually fall into that stuff from, like, Mario Bros. 3, which is, like, it's probably supposed to be lava, but it's like, it could be freaking, like, it could be freaking sauce or something, for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time people, interpret things in that game, like objects or whatever in that game as something else, because you have the nuclear waffles and stuff like that. So I mean,
hey, nuclear waffles are a very serious threat.
I mean, they're nuclear.
Exactly. You can use them to fuel Nuclear Man, so you can fight against Superman and still look like he sucks ass.
We're taking Charlie.
Oh shit, that's two snipers.
But anyway,
and I just got fucking taken out. Sir, why were you just choosing to watch this one lone singular fucking oh shit. Oh Jesus, Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran? Oh gosh, Raisin Bran! Oh!
Have you ever tried to fight the Raisin Raisin Man? Did you see?
The Raisin Man!
I said his name, and I'm gone. I said his name, and I'm gone.
Raisin Man!
See what I mean? I said his name, and I'm gone. He's
Raisin Man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land which you understand. Full of raisins. Oh, Raisin Man. Instead of soaking up the thirst of the land, it's like this soaking up the thirst of the sun. But how's that work? He is a sun. He wasn't the one soaking up, it was the raisins. No, the raisins weren't, because they got the stuff taken out of them. That's why they turn into raisins. None of it works. Anyway.
Wait. What?
What?
They got the sun taken out of them, that's why they're raisins.
I don't know if I actually said that. If I did say the sun, that's not what I meant. I was more saying, like, they got whatever taken out of them, that's why they become raisins. And I was vague with it because I'm like, I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember the exact process of what makes a raisin become a raisin off the top of my head. But obviously they're just dried up grapes. So I guess the sun would cause that, which goes to my point of like, yeah, the sun caused it, but it wasn't what it didn't happen to the sun. So whatever. I'm trying to tie this back into talking about my USB drives that I have. That's the main thing right here.
Yes.
Enough about my Ocean Man, Raisin Man parody. Or Raisin Man, Ocean Man parody, whatever.
Stop saying his name, Shadow. You said his name. I spawned in. There's already a sniper fucking looking through his scope, staring at my nutsack.
Friendly UAV on station.
I wasn't sure. I thought you might have been referring to Ocean Man. It's like, why? Ocean Man's awesome. His song is at the end of the SpongeBob movie, and it's awesome. It was also a meme for a little while, where they just took Ocean Man and put it over like the credits of different stuff, and it was a thing for a while. I saw the video where them took Ocean Man and put it over top of the GTA 5 credits.
I mean, still better than seeing the goddamn GTA 5 trailer from 2013 all over again.
I thought it's pretty much what you meant, I think, but I was like, I thought you were just gonna be, it was like the GTA 5 trailer from 2020.
You know exactly.
Which was the one you're referring to, because,
Man,
yeah, they were just like, we're not gonna make a new trailer, we're just gonna take all the trailers that we already made for this, and then stitch them together, and basically make them a montage trailer.
It's literally the exact same trailer we saw fucking all
Yeah, it was. Well, the thing is,
Securing objective Echo.
All the way back then, Morty.
Friendly recon active.
man. Oh crap, Scott, and Scott just collapses. He just falls over. Oh man. Just his ass is like,
Echo secure.
I collapsed due to
But-
me being on Voxvision.
Securing objective Charlie.
Oh man, no
Friendly
thanks.
UAV
But-
on station.
Not a Pokemon.
Enemy
yeah,
UAV
but
overhead.
but
Enemy
that
securing
yeah, that
Echo.
trailer literally is that thing. The thing is though, that trailer doesn't even date back to 2013. I don't think it dates back before that, because that was like the first legit trailer I think we saw of it. So like that was like work in progress stuff of the trailer or of the game and everything.
I'm not
So
doing
like,
the gag again. I'm not doing the gag again. Goddamn it.
well, I'm not gonna blame you for that. It seems like it almost took you out of commission for a few seconds there. But anyway,
I don't think I can do it again. Cause you're right.
not doubting your abilities, but I mean, I don't. You said it yourself. It's probably better if you didn't do it again. You've done it twice tonight.
Objective Alpha.
Yeah, for the record, he already did that once when I joined this freaking chat with him, and yeah, not sure which one was more extreme, but I don't know.
Conquistador just blew me up. I was queefed into oblivion.
Well, that's never fun.
This is
Probably not fun for either person in that
What the fuck just
scenario.
happened?
We're losing Delta.
Huh.
Jesus Christ, that motherfucker just... Damn!
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Hostile
But,
UAV
You know
in the
what?
area.
As much as I'm getting shot in this airport, still better than going through TSA.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It's pretty bad when getting shot at the airport is more preferable than going through the security that's supposed to prevent any of that crap from happening. The security is worse than the actual threat that the security is meant to protect you from. The security is worse than the threat.
Oh, they won't sit here and go, I need to check
Or it's
your
more it's
asshole."
more of an inconvenience.
They're gonna open them up. They're gonna open up my freaking suitcase, see all the freaking hentai.
Securing objective Alpha.
And then they're gonna wonder, sir, what the
Put my dojins back.
sir,
I
they're
say
like,
that not knowing if that's actually the appropriate term. I know that's a term, but I don't know. That could be very cute and innocent things compared to what we're talking about. I have a
Chad,
feeling
you're supposed
it's
to
not.
be the weeb. You're supposed to be the weeb here. For fuck's sake, let's get this right.
I mean, hey, I know the term dojins, but I don't think I've ever exactly looked it up. I'm just like, all right, this could be something in that realm, but not quite entirely. Honestly, I think, to be real here, I think still out of the two of us, you probably would be more likely to actually know the answer to that than I am, despite,
We're losing Echo.
you know. I may have somewhat, at this point, I may have more of the front of a weeb, but I don't have the knowledge to back it up, which is a very bad situation to be in.
Friendly cruise
It's like,
missile inbound.
you have the front of a weeb, but it's like, no, you ain't got anything else to actually back it up with. It's like, I can't speak the language to any serious degree. I don't know too many serious things about the culture. I haven't seen that many animes. It's like I need to fix some of that stuff, and for no other reason other than to just solidify the stance a little bit more.
I mean, shit.
Instead of
fucking-
instead of having people break through the surface and then just realize that, wow, there's nothing to this person.
Approaching target.
It's all just a front. It's nothing serious to this at all.
See, where's Artie when we need him?
We're taking Charlie. Enemies taking
Well, I mean, I think we've already established that Artie, despite appearance, is actually in reality probably the least weebish of all of us.
Man, that boy over here, goddamn, gonna go travel across states to open up Pokemon cards.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It's like he's seen the animes and stuff,
He
but
goes
like
on the Tic Tac
you've
and opens up Magic the Gathering cards.
Enemies taking Delta. We're taking
it's
Alpha.
like he's seen the animes, but you've seen a lot of the animes. You've played the anime games. You own some of the anime things, and so do I, and so has Logan to some extent. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, Ari's done some of that, but like, he played a Hatsune Miku game.
That's pretty fucking weird, though, bro. Like,
I mean, to be fair, that's something that none of the rest of us have done. So he's got that.
he faps in chat.
Just like the clear, the truest sign of weeb, fapping in the chat.
That's something only a true degenerate weeb would do.
True degenerate. So there's still hope for me, yeah, not to become that much of a degenerate, but to actually not become that.
Why do you think we keep trying to bring you over to the light side?
The light side that costs significantly more. Kind of odd, but you know what? That's how it is. Sometimes to get to the light, you gotta really, really pay for it. And then only through all that effort, then will you maybe come out a better person. It's like the dark side and the light side. The dark side's easier, but it takes a toll on you, and you probably shouldn't do that. The light side, you have to put way more work in, but you'll hopefully be a better person for it if you do. And that Star Wars analogy was brought to you by, I don't know. I don't know. It's brought to you by Save the Kids. What do we say? What are they saving them from? I don't know, but they probably need help with something.
Man, fuck them kids. What have they done for me lately?
What have they done for me?
They didn't even give me
I
the
don't know.
bonus.
They might be occupied with whatever they got going on, because apparently they need saving from numerous things.
They probably didn't get something in Danish, and that's it. There we go. There's a problem right there.
You just see it. Did you just say a Danish?
Did I stutter?
Okay. We talking like a cheese Danish?
Yeah, that would do. That would be something.
I mean, that sounds like some pretty serious stuff that someone would need saving from. Just an actual freaking cheese Danish trying to freaking do crap to you. It's like, alright, that seems pretty dangerous. You know, you take a cheese Danish and, like, make it larger. Yeah, that probably could pose a threat. It's like those, it's like all those heartburn commercials where they show, it's like those heartburn commercials where they have, like, the giant, like, I don't know, mozzarella stick or whatever, and he's trying to beat the crap out of the other guy in the boxing ring. And then he's like, "Oh, you took whatever the product being advertised was," and he was able to fight back the mozzarella stick from burning his heart apart or something.
Oh no, you took Prilosec OTC. Oh shit, it's Larry the Cable Guy. You're done. I'll tell you one thing about that Prilosec. How much I eat Prilosec.
It's like, you ate a bunch of mozzarella sticks and freaking jacked up your sodium levels, but don't worry, you take this and you'll be probably alright.
Take this and it'll take Prilosec. It'll make you look smaller.
It's one of the side effects. It's one of the side effects, but you have a whole laundry list of terrible side effects, but the people in the commercial will still carry on like it's the best thing ever. And it's happy days forever.
The commercials, yeah, let's party! Side effects include death, exploding, gonorrhea, syphilis, diarrhea, second death, reincarnation, followed by death, becoming Hitler, becoming a Jew, while also being Hitler. How does that work? No one knows.
Man, talk about an external
It's also
crisis.
a side effect. being transported back to 1940s Germany
Securing
as
Echo.
an Amish person, being a Jehovah's Witness.
Securing Charlie.
That is all.
We control Delta.
I was about to say, if it kept going, this would start to sound like, holy crap, this sounds like more like a time travel drug than anything.
Control Echo.
Holy crap,
The lead is
you're gonna
ours.
see some stuff if you take this. But I mean, like, it could be like, wow, it seems like the negative side effects outweigh the positives. But then again, when your side effects
Bravo.
literally include death, or like death, it's like, well, I mean, that's kind of hard to top. It's like, well, you could take this and probably help your heartburn, or you could, maybe die. But you weigh your options. Would you rather have heartburn that you could possibly just survive through and not have to do much of anything else and just kind of get through it,
I
or
like how we're just
potentially,
ignoring
get rid of it soon and then just potentially die?
I like how we're just ignoring the side effect of becoming Hitler.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy
Well, I mean, you did list like a bunch of different things, and I'm just saying, like, you should start becoming concerned at like death, because that's legitimately in there in a lot of those
You ever
commercials.
seen
Like, hey, death could happen.
You ever seen commercials
Like,
for
that's pretty
antidepressants
freaking
and shit?
significant. It's like could result in death. Well, that pretty much just like that pretty much just tops everything at that point.
No. Have you seen commercials for antidepressants?
Like, this medicine could literally kill you, potentially. And you won't know if it actually is gonna kill you or not, which makes it even worse. It's like, all right, freaking Russian roulette with pharmaceuticals, but or
Like
what?
I say though, have you seen the commercials for antidepressants?
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
I mean, maybe, probably.
It's always some shit where it's like, may increase suicidal thoughts. Like, so the thing it's explicitly not supposed to
We're
do.
losing Delta.
Yeah, I was about to say that seems pretty backwards. It's like it might make you less depressed, or it might make your depression worse if you didn't already want to off yourself.
Friendly UAV.
It might actually make you do that. It's like, alright, well, that just seems like not only does it not potentially not make it better, but it might actually make it worse. Like, for some people, it might be a good treatment. For other people, it's like a speed up, and it's like a speed up in the opposite direction. It could be a speed up in either direction, but it's a roll of the dice of which direction you'll end up going in. Depends on the
You see,
person.
it's a 50-50 coin flip. We're either helping you or the depression. We can't tell
Helping
you what-
you or the depression. 50-50 chance of either helping you or helping the Reaper himself.
Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly SAE
What the
inbound.
fuck is going
Enemy
on?
securing
Shit.
Charlie.
There we go.
Anyway, so to wrap up another topic that's kind of pointless to bring up at this point, but I'll just tie it off
Friendly cruise missile
take care of it
deployed.
anyway. Main thing is, I have a main USB that I was using for a while, and I don't know exactly where it is. I have an idea where it might be, but I have to actually look at that spot to determine whether it's actually there or not. And if it's not, then I'm gonna have to really start trying to look for it, because like I would like to find that USB.
Ghost online.
Because if I recall, I think that was like maybe a 128 gigabyte USB, and I'm like, I'd like to have that. Either that or it was another 16 one or 32. I don't remember what it was. It was something like that, but that's the one I would want to back up stuff onto nowadays. That's pretty much how it was for a while, where I was just like, I would every now and again get a new USB, and I would just kind of like, all right, well, this is the one I'll use now. But yeah, I don't know. And I could go over there right now and maybe look for it, but I also need to still do stuff with my room. And maybe when I do that, I'll have to move that stuff anyway, so I'll just maybe look through it when I do that. But
Hostile UAV in the area.
I got some containers off to the side by the closet, so I don't know. I think I found the 16 gig one that or one of them I think was in there, which I think kind of led me to think, oh, maybe this was the one, but then it was like, oh, it's 16 gigs. So. I don't know, but hopefully I find it, because that's the one that I'll probably want to back up the stuff that's on the PS4 and everything. That is, you know, assuming I don't buy a new USB, which I kind of have somewhat humored the thought of, but mainly that just has to do with the fact that I don't know why I got thinking of it a while back, but I just got thinking about buying a new USB, if for no other reason other than buying a USB that is faster than USB 2.0. Because all of mine are still USB 2.0, and I'm like, I never bought a 3.0 USB that was faster. That could be nice. Especially if I'm going to be backing up stuff, because I mean, like, especially with the clips that are on the PS4, where like those are like 40-minute long clips or whatever, that's at least a good few gigabytes. And that would take a little bit if I transferred it to the USBs I have now. But like 3.0, that could be done in like seconds, probably. But
it'll take exactly 3.7 minutes.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV online.
No more,
but,
no less. In SEO or in Canada, in which case it will take 4.5 Canada seconds, which is equal to exactly 7.4 Turkey years.
UAV is bingo fuel.
Turkey years. But yeah, I don't know. Also, the other thing is that would kind of maybe it's something I'd be, you know, conscious about is like I don't want to, you know, not that I've been constantly, but like I don't know. I just don't. The more USBs you get, the less you kind of want to buy them because it's like I already have like so many of these things, and then you get the larger capacity ones and the ones that are better, but then you're just like, the crap am I going to do with all these other ones? Because, I mean, you can move, if you wanted to really keep all the other files and stuff, you could just move it onto the newer one because it's got the storage to do that. But then you just got a bunch of other lesser USBs lying around, and you're like, I just have these now. Like, I have an 8 gig one that I've had for a long time. I have this other 8 gig one. Is this other one an 8? No, that one's a 16 one. The other one's also a 16 one. Was the one I think I found in one of the containers by the closet. And again, I don't remember what the other one I had, the main one that I need to look for was. Pretty sure it was larger than 16 gigs, but I don't know if it was like 32, if it was 64, if it was 128. I feel like it might have been 128. No. But I don't know. Maybe I will go ahead and buy another one. And whenever I've looked at it, of course you're tempted to go for a larger capacity one, but I'm like, I also probably don't need that. And even then, if I buy that, that's going to make the whole issue of, in the future, if I ever buy another one that's better, then I have a really high capacity one that I probably won't use anymore sometime in the future because I'll have a just as high, if not higher capacity one that's better. So I'm like, then at that point I'll just have like a 500 something gig USB that will just be like, well, not using that one anymore.
You can fill it with all your training granny hentai.
Mm-mm.
The enemy took out.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, I went there. Fuck you.
Friendly SAE on the way.
But yeah, I don't know. But I could just go. I could just. If assuming I went for a somewhat lesser capacity one, I could. It's not like I'd be dumping a lot of money into it, so I might do it some point in the future, regardless. But at some point in the future, I probably could also use it to bring a copy over the PS5 clips and keep those and stuff. Because I'll probably have to do that at some point in the future, maybe. I don't know. Might as well, if for no other reason other than just backing them up so you have them. Because we got to keep all our nonsense preserved. We got that got that FBN, backup, reserve storage in case of emergencies or people needing to know that we existed. We'll just have a whole backup reserve of all this nonsense.
You see, Shadow, I have a different way of making sure humanity remembers my existence. I'm going to eat the Great Pyramid of Giza.
It's like, gonna eat the Great Pyramid of Giza. They'll remember you for that, but not anything to do with the broadcast that is currently occurring right now. Oh crap! Did I break the fourth wall?
I mean, which is gonna be easier to make? Which is gonna be easier to make people remember? Some fucking live stream from fucking YouTube, or dude, this motherfucker ate a fucking giant ass pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, one would definitely make people remember, have a higher chance of making people remember you, but that one also would require a lot of, probably a lot of effort, and the other one doesn't require as much, depending on how you're doing it.
You see, Shadow, here's my plan, though. Step 1. I'm gonna vacuum out all the space between all the atoms of the pyramid, so it's gonna be smaller. Atoms. Step 2, I'm gonna put the now mini pyramid into water. I'm gonna stir it till it's all powdery and mixed up in the water, and I'm gonna drink the water.
I'm gonna drink the water. I'm about to drink the water. But anyway, yeah, that's my USB story that took like freaking 15 attempts to loop back around to just to explain that as if it mattered at that point. But yeah, USB is they're a thing that exists. But I guess I'll wrap around forward to the previous the forward to the thing that was now previous. And bring up that what I did see when I looked at the previous broadcast that we did was well, I didn't look at like all the whole thing or anything. I did see something that I actually didn't even think about and I hadn't seen before, because I don't think I've ever up to that point had ever seen a live stream of somebody broadcasting directly from the PS5, so I never would have seen this before. But I finally got to see what the PS5 version of like the standby broadcast screen on live streams looks like. With like whenever you're basically not on the game screen on the PS5 and you're on like any other screen, and it doesn't show and it doesn't show the game, and it just goes to that screen that doesn't let you really see anything. Because the PS4 had that, and it had two different screens at two different points in time because they refreshed it at one point. And I finally got to see what that looked like on the PS5 because I hadn't seen it before. Because again, I'd never seen anybody watch a broadcast of somebody that was broadcasting directly from the PS5. So I actually got to see what it looked like, and it's not anything crazy, but it's simple, it's clean, and it's nice. It's got a little bit of nice animation to it.
Does it have movies?
It's really just one icon. It's just a kind of brighter blue background with a simple-looking broadcast icon on it, and then it kind of spins around, has an animation that brings up like the pause symbol on the middle to represent that the stream is kind of quote-unquote paused, even though it's not really. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. I was like, alright, I've never seen what that looks like, because I've never seen a live stream that was being live streamed from a PS5 directly. And I've also never broadcasted on the PS5 myself, and even if I did, I would probably have seen that anyway, because I'd be the one broadcasting. So unless I looked back at my own stuff, I wouldn't have seen it. But I finally saw it, and I was like...
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into iFunny, we're gonna go into Collective, and we're gonna see... Okay, what the fuck And
That didn't take long.
it's Peter Griffin riding naked on a dolphin. I do not need... No. Man, no. No.
Yeah, that sounds pretty perfect.
What the fuck?
Dolphin. Dolphin. Man, first Hank Hill, and now Peter. Now Peter Griffin. Well, the Dolphins never cease in their rampage.
I need 10 more long
I wonder if Homer Simpson or whatever, whoever is has had any notable encounters with dolphins. Friggin' Simpsons has gone on for like 30+ seasons. That has to have happened at some point. Some sort of significant. I think there was the whole SeaWorld joke at one point, but that probably didn't specifically include dolphins. I honestly don't even know if they have dolphins at SeaWorld. They probably do. Heck if I know. I don't know offhand what they actually have there. All I know is they have killer whales and controversy. Oh, apparently.
Do they at least have the sea?
I mean, probably by technicalities. Like they bring the sea to you, both with the living and the water. But yeah. Anyway, take him back to SeaWorld. But yeah, I don't know.
Alright. Alright, time to be completely useless for my team. Fuck yeah.
Ground war.
Anyway, I still have, oh, look at this, I still have my channel brought up on here, yeah,
Securing
here we
objective Echo.
go.
Enemy securing Bravo. Objective Echo secure. We're taking Delta. We've lost Bravo.
Man, there's my frickin' my E3 2019 discussion that was ridiculously too long and also took way too fricking long to render.
Because fuck you, that's why.
My friggin' E3 2019 discussion is almost 6 hours.
My guy!
It's almost 6 hours, and it probably took just as long, if not longer, to render the whole thing. But here's the kicker: you'd assume that the file size for that file probably was like, that's got to be at least a few gigabytes, right? No, it's like half a gigabyte. I think a little bit less. It's like it took like 6 hours to render like a 6 hour video, and the final file size is like less than 500 megabytes. Are you freaking kidding me?
What?
It's probably quicker to upload it to YouTube than it was to render the video from on my PC.
What's the fucking resolution? 1p?
1p what? 1p?
What's the fucking resolution on? 1 fucking p?
No, I think it's probably at 1080. Probably. So that might have been a reason why it took longer, but yeah, because that freaking video editor.
So
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, well, granted, it might have something to do with the fact that the video is literally just one screen, I think, and that's it. So that might have something to do with it. And other than that, it's just audio. So like, yeah, I don't know. That might have something to do with it. There's no real complex editing or anything. But if anything, it's actually kind of impressive that it took so long to render that video, because you wouldn't think it would take that long. But I don't know. I think that might have been before the editor that I used for it was because now it has like you can speed up the render process by based off your PC's hardware, which I don't know if that was a little box that you could check beforehand when I did that video. So if I did it now, it might be somewhat quicker, but yeah. But yeah, the thing is though, it's probably I think it's 1080p because I could actually with the freaking video editor, I actually had 1080p videos. It's not like I finally upgraded to freaking 1080p from 720 because, well, having the base PS4 for the entire time the PS4 was the main system, and never getting a Pro or anything, that was the clip resolution you had to deal with, and it wasn't amazing, but it was all right. It was like 2013 and everything and onward, so. And it's okay now, because we have PS5, so we can retroactively go back and play those games and record higher quality videos as well. So, it's all good.
Fuck you, what if I don't want to?
Oh yeah, that's alright. But, I'm just saying, it's 1080p all 1080p all the time, and it's nice now. And also, I think, I don't know this for a fact, I have to check the file size by the time I get around to check, moving one of these files over to a USB so I could check it on a PC, but I also think that the video clips for PS5 are also 60 frames, which is also nice, because they definitely weren't 60 frames on PS4 clips. They were like 720p at 30, and now we're at 1080p at 60. And that's nice. Makes them look nicer. But, yeah, I don't know.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Like, man, it's nice, but it also kind of sucks in retrospect because, like, man, if only we had that back when we actually did the freaking montage stuff, because then we could at least have had videos that looked a bit cleaner.
A man named McNasty just stabbed me in my butthole.
It's like 60, the 60 frames and everything. But you know what? At the same time, that's what we had to deal with. That's what we had at the time. So it was like going through our own version of like early YouTube stuff. That was our version. We had to stick with we had to deal with what the base PS4 gave us, and we never got pros or anything. So we were like, all right, well, 1920 by 1080 for screenshots and 720 at 60 frames or 30 frames for video clips. That's what we got. So that's what we're gonna have to work with.
Okay, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with what I ate? Jesus, it's really starting to smell. I'm surprised.
Gosh, it's starting to spread.
I'm surprised the cats haven't left
stop.
the room. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised they haven't left the room. Goddamn.
What hasn't left the room?
The cats.
Okay,
Furry Asshole 1 and Furry Asshole 2.
That's what you're talking. It's like, why have the cats not left the room? Do you not smell this foulness?
Like, I know y'all can smell it, because I can smell it. I know you're not asleep, buddy, because you're looking right at me.
He's trying to pretend to sleep, but he's just like, oh my gosh, he's just there with his eyes closed, but he's not sleeping, and he's just like, oh my gosh, the smell, please go away.
There, staring at me.
It's probably why he's just like, what have you released from your body? What is that foul stench?
Oh, goddamn, what the fuck?
Enemies taking Delta.
It really does make you wonder, though, like, what animals do think of, like, certain just smells. Or I've kind of wondered, like, what the heck does sound like? Like, any sound, degree of sound. What does that sound like, and how intense is it to, like, insects? If you go up to, like, an insect and, like, hit the side of whatever it is that's next to them, and they might not move, and it's like, I gotta imagine you're hearing this. Okay? This little insect's gotta be hearing this, but he's clearly not disturbed by what I just did, or caught off guard, so, like, did he hear it?
I don't know, they do.
I don't know.
They just don't give a fuck.
I don't know how insect hearing works.
So you don't know how hearing works to begin with, let alone insect hearing. Okay.
I mean, I can barely speak, let alone hear. If anything, my hearing's probably better than my speaking whenever I get into one of these chats for a prolonged period of time, because it seems to degrade the longer I'm here.
Yeah, and for fuck's sake, half the time, while anyone else is in here, you're just silent. Like, no one hears from you for like 3 hours. Second everyone else leaves, all of a sudden, it's like fucking like someone just, shoved their hand up inside your ass and made you a puppet and start talking. You got Jim Henson,
oh,
boy.
hey guys!
You got Jim Henson.
I got Jim Henson. But the moment that you acknowledge specifically point out my existence in the chat, and there's nobody left here to work off of, you're just like, Shadow, say something. I'm like, oh. It's like, oh crap, there's no choice now. Although, for the record, I think because this is the next voice chat we've had since the last one we were in, which feels like it was a good while ago, even though sometimes it feels like that and it's not that long, although it's probably been, I don't know, closer to a week, half a week since the last chat I was in that had any of you in it. Anyway, I didn't, say really anything the last chat, which is, not super abnormal, but that one in particular, I said, a few things here and there, and then I never said anything, and that was because I passed out asleep.
Are you fucking serious? That whole time I was like, Shadow, you motherfucker, speak. You were
maybe. I don't know what you would have been saying.
You pulled a me.
Well, the thing is, though, to be fair, I probably shouldn't have even joined that chat, because I knew beforehand I was gonna pass out asleep, because I was up for way too long. Honestly, I think that same day, because that was when we had 2-party chats relatively back to back, across 2 days, and one on one day and one on the next. And no joke, I had been up since the previous chat we had, technically the previous day, or, that night. I was up all the way from then, all the way up until when I joined the next chat the next night.
Dude,
and it was not because of me just not knowing. That was not, and it was not because of me just not knowing when to sleep, which is usually how it is at least half the time. But that was because I didn't have much of a choice, because I had to go into work and I had already stayed up. So I was like, well, going into work automatically adds an additional 12 or whatever hours to this. So by the time I get back and everything, so it looks like I'm staying up. And of course, by that time, I've been up for long enough, and the next chat happened, and I was like, alright, well, I guess I'll join for the heck of it, but I'm probably gonna fall asleep during this. And sure enough, I had the phone on the dresser, just like I do now, and I was laying here in bed, which is why I wasn't saying much of anything. And I was just hearing you guys, and eventually I fell asleep. Although, I did, for the record, I did wake up just a little, bit, long enough, at one point, to hear you guys were playing freaking Call of Duty, and, I don't know what was going on or anything, but all I know is I just hear Zach, speak up to a certain volume, and you just go, wow, I think that's the loudest I've ever heard Zach react to anything. I woke up for that. I heard that. Because I think one of the last things I remember before I must have just went to sleep was you had an emergency bathroom visit you had to do that night, because you're like, oh crap, this one's happening right now, I gotta go.
Man, I swear to God, the fucking floodwaters were breaking. It was coming out whether I wanted it to or not. My butt cheeks were doing the best Gandalf. My ass cheeks were doing the best Gandalf impression they could. but they were not working. It was determined to pass.
Bravo secure.
It was determined to pass. But that happened, and then it was just me and Logan at that point. And I hadn't, I wasn't really saying anything, and he wasn't saying really anything. And then he eventually had to. He went to do something else. I forget exactly what it was as well. But then in that time, I must have completely fell asleep. And at that point, but then that's when I don't even know how long after it was. It might have been like 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever. And then I woke up just enough and to hear that the thing, your comment about Zach, and a little bit of that. And then I don't remember anything else after that. I went back to sleep, but I woke up to hear that for a little bit, and then I just went back to sleep. And I'm trying to think, I don't know if I worked the next day or what the deal. I think I might have. But I still have the party because on the phone screen, the PS app treats it like a phone call or whatever, and the screen can turn off on your phone, and the chat can still be going. So it was still going and everything, and I don't know when that was, because you could have checked the chat, and I probably would have still been in there for a while because I was freaking sleeping. But yeah, that's why I said pretty much close to absolutely nothing that night, because I was asleep and I was a mess. And I don't know, who knows how I felt waking up the next day, because sometimes when I do that, I don't even feel all that great afterwards after I get to sleep, because my head's like, you idiot, don't do that again. I know you're going to do it again, but don't do it again.
God damn it, Shadow, I swear to God.
But, I mean, the thing is, if I didn't have to go into work, it probably wouldn't have been that bad, because I probably would have just given in and went to sleep several hours ago. But, you gotta participate in that stuff, so,
God damn it, Shadow.
Oh, it's okay. At least I didn't pull. I don't know. In a way, it's either as bad or potentially worse. I was gonna say, at least I didn't pull another 12 hours straight session of playing a game, and before I went to sleep, after already having been up since 10 or whatever in the morning, waiting for said game to release at midnight that day, and then staying up for 12 hours in a session to play it. And then passing out and falling asleep all the way through the next day to wake up the day after that and do another 12-hour, if not a slightly longer session, and then finish the entire game in 2 freaking sessions, because I was basically a combined 24 hours. It's holy crap.
Yeah, you have a problem.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't done that since. So,
I mean, to be fair, I haven't gotten after him to buy a horse since.
What?
See how little that response makes? To be fair, I haven't done it since. You still did it to begin with, that's the fucking problem!
Technically I did it twice, so, it's
God damn it, Shadow!
It shows improvement somewhat, because, it hasn't happened again. But I was also going to say, well, to be fair, I don't know if I've done that much gaming since then either, so it's not like that's had a lot of opportunity to happen.
It's like Artie saying he hasn't jerked off to traps since the last time he jerked off to traps.
I haven't burned my hand on the hot stove since the last time I burned my hand on the hot stove.
I haven't gotten diarrhea from Taco Bell since the last time I got diarrhea from Taco Bell. When was that? 2 days ago. When was the last time you had Taco Bell?
I haven't shot myself in the foot since the last time I shot myself in the foot.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's not... Yeah, it's not encouraging.
You say that shit, but I swear to god, there was a video I saw. This dumbass and his friend were playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun by shooting at each other's feet. This man went to the hospital because he fucking already lost once.
Oh no!
So they go back to doing it.
Gunther, you know what happened last time we played Russian Roulette. Do you really want to go through this again? Oh, it was only one toe. Alright, well, it's only one toe. Well, guess what? Now you lost 2.
Oh no,
or knowing his luck, he would lose two toes at once this time. Like, oh, good, now you're missing 3.
Oh no, that's the worst part. They weren't shooting at the toes. They were shooting at the actual, like, fucking base of the foot.
Yeah, like,
the
alright,
actual
yeah.
central meat, so he fucked up both of his feet.
Oh, no. So he's like, alright, the first time it messed up my one foot, but there's no way I'm gonna lose the other one. And, oh crap, I lost the other one.
That was,
well,
that was a lot of blood in that video.
Oh, man.
To be fair, he's a fucking dumbass, so fuck him.
It's like, well, it's like, to be fair, that is what happens. The red stuff starts pouring out when you do something like that. Like,
when you purposely shoot yourself in the foot, you tend to lose the ability to use that foot. And you definitely lose a lot of your fucking inside juices.
Yep.
And yes, that's what I'm gonna keep calling
You lose a lot
blood.
of the bodily fluids of what would be unknown origin, but no, in this case, we know exactly where they came from.
We know exactly where they came from and how stupid it fucking makes you for doing it.
It's like, I mean, it's like, alright, at least you were quote-unquote smart enough to just not do full-on Russian roulette and aim for the head, but at the same time, you are still pointing it at your bodies.
Like, if you're gonna if you really want to play Russian roulette, just buy a fucking Nerf gun that's a revolver. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Buy whatever Nerf is selling these days.
Like, I've done that. And I won.
And I won. Let the record show. I won that.
Yeah, multiple fucking times of going. Like, literally restart the game multiple times. I lived, bitch.
And the thing is, you just do it with Nerf guns or whatever, gun Nerf is selling, and then you can also tie in the tagline for the whole brand, and it would make perfect sense, and in a slightly darker context.
It will literally be Nerf or nothing.
It's Nerf or nothing! There's that video of, like, some dude screaming that and then firing the gun. I don't know what actually happened in that video, but I know it's some guy. He just has a Nerf gun. He just screams, "It's Nerf or nothing!" And he shoots it or something. I have no idea what the heck else happened. I just remember that. Because it's like his voice almost kind of cracks too, and he's like, "It's Nerf or nothing!" Oh my god. But, I don't know. But yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of the game stuff in a while because I've quote-unquote been trying to not distract myself and focus on my room, despite the fact that, well, that's not really
I'm gonna say
that.
Things with Brown Nerf, I got something to fucking say. I got suggested one of the most stupid fucking things I think you could suggest to me. There's this man with a fucking YouTube video. Apparently his whole channel is fucking Nerf guns, right? And I swear to God, this man had a video talking about this Nerf rifle scares me. Really, bro?
It scares me.
Really? Acting like fucking goddamn Nerf gun is something to be fucking afraid of. Pathetic. It's like, it kept showing me shorts from this motherfucker too, and it's like, I do not wish to watch Nerf gun content. I don't mind it for the people who do want to watch it, but I am not one of them.
think I have like one Nerf gun, and it's probably in the closet somewhere.
I had a
It's like one
bunch
of
of
those
them when I
big,
was
like,
younger. I gave most of them to my niece because she was into that stuff. And I did keep one for myself though, just for nostalgia's sake. Funny thing is, I know I still have it, and the funny thing is, one of my actual rifles that I have. First of all, fuck you for trying to aim that javelin at me. Sorry. One of the actual rifles I have, the charging on that actual rifle sounds more plasticky than the fucking Nerf gun's charging handle.
Yeah, mine's just kind of like a pistol, like 6-barrel kind of thing.
I think I actually have that same one.
It's my guess would be it's either in my closet somewhere in one of the or I don't know, it could be under my bed as well because I got some storage tubs and stuff under my bed too, so it could be there too, or it's in the attic. I don't know. Those are my guesses.
Yeah,
I don't know. Heck, if I know if it would have any of the freaking like darts or anything in it. But...
Yeah, I'm just like watching I keep getting shown these fucking shorts on YouTube from these motherfuckers. Who, it's like, yeah, let's look at what we got today, and it's a fucking Nerf gun. I'm like, you're over here trying to show me Nerf guns, like it's something big, and I'm like, if that's your passion, hey, more power to you. But at the same time, YouTube, why are you showing me this shit?
Just go into your watch history and find anything from that person, and then just get rid of it, and just tell the algorithm to be like, nope, get that crap out of here.
I think I actually might have at some point.
It only needs to happen once, and you're just like, oh, alright, we'll show you some of this stuff. Just be like me, and always get rid of some of your be needlessly picky with your YouTube watch history. Although I'm not really anymore, and it's too late for me to go back because I've been watching so much YouTube stuff on my PC, and because like I never think to go back and go through my watch history after watching stuff on the actual website as much as I do on the mobile app. I have so much stuff on my YouTube watch history that I probably would have gotten rid of if I watched it on my phone that I haven't. So it's just kind of there now. I'm like, well, it's also like my browser history, which is mostly just YouTube at this point. It's like, usually I clear a good amount of stuff out, because why the heck not? But there's so much of it at this point, like, I can't be bothered to, like, individually click on all of these hundreds of freaking tabs.
You know there's a button to just delete your browser history, right? You don't need to manually do each one.
Yeah, well, see, I'm a weirdo, and I keep some of it, and I don't keep other stuff. So, like... And it doesn't even have to be anything in particular. It's just, I'm like, nah, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Oh, fine, that will stay on here. Like...
My brother in Christ, what the fuck?
I'm weird. I mean, that's pretty much how it was with my watch history on YouTube as well. It's like, well, I don't want that on there, I don't care, whatever. Other stuff, I was like, yeah, I'll keep that on there, why not?
Yeah,
but thanks to me watching most of the stuff on my PC, and because I just don't think it's not even like you have to go that far out of your way to go to your watch history, because you could just bring up the menu on the side menu and just go to history, and it doesn't even take you out of your video because the website has the mini player nowadays, so you can just keep watching your freaking video, just go through all of that stuff. But it's just I haven't, because I just don't think about it. And also because of the queue feature where you can just throw stuff into a temporary playlist and just go through tons of stuff, I get caught up in that so much that I don't even bother doing anything else anyway, because I just throw a bunch of stuff in there and just let it go. But yeah, I don't know. They're just like, granted, it's also the there's one thing that broke through my you know, getting, you know, deleting watch history stuff and everything. It was the freaking VTuber stuff. That stuff ain't going anywhere. That's stuck. That's stuck there. Like a year into that rabbit hole, that ain't going anywhere. Like, I also don't know what it is, but like, especially here recently, I don't know if it's because they realize like I'm watching YouTube on the website, or if somehow I'm almost watching more of it than normal, or what the deal is, but like, I'm actually getting like recommendation notifications for specific videos, which I like never got before. Like, it was very rare that I would get them, but I knew it was like a thing that could happen because it like it's in the settings and stuff. But
wait,
I never
tell me
really
half the time
got
I
those.
can't get a notification after I already told you to notify me when this motherfucker uploads a video. But you're over here getting fucking notifications for
Meanwhile, I'm getting notifications for recommended videos from channels I'm not even subscribed to. But yeah, like you can get recommended video notifications and be like, hey, here's this thing from this person that you might, you know, or whatever. And like, I've been getting a decent amount of them, somewhat, you know, semi-regularly. Granted, it's pretty much like a good amount of it is also VTuber stuff, because it's probably so far into the algorithm at this point. It's just like, here's this and this and this one. But,
you know, I probably shouldn't want that to happen for me, though, because you know what's gonna happen?
What?
It's gonna be fucking Nerf gun video.
It's Nerf gun. Well, I mean, I think you do. I think you can get, you know, notifications for those for short videos, because you can get just straight up notifications for short YouTube short videos now.
Oh no!
Well, so
one of the videos, the one video you tried suggesting to me, was a full length one, not even a short.
Well, yeah, it can happen for both.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Cargo helo is en route to the AO.
Yeah, because I mean, I think I at least got one like within the past day or two. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, because like it started to kind of happen a little bit more often, but I don't know. I feel like within the past like few weeks or so, it's happened even a little bit more regularly. I'm like, I don't know what the freaking crap's going on, but it's like, and it's not like, again, it's not like I've messed up with, or like, you know, dialed back the algorithm by deleting stuff from my watch history. I haven't done any of that for like a long time now. It's been a while since I actually went back and got rid of anything, so that shouldn't have, I didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Because I did notice that, like, your algorithm will kind of change with recommendations depending on what is in your watch history, and if you just get rid of certain things, it kind of changes it. Like, it reverts it back to whatever.
What the fuck just hit me? Oh. Man, so I just type in Nerf on YouTube. You know what? First of all, bro, your hair is too damn long. First of all, but you know, at the same time, for some dude who's doing the whole, is that fucking boxes of, man, this dude's walls are lined with boxes of Nerf guns, holy shit.
Everybody's got something.
But it's like, there's a dude farther down, man, this dude has his walls lined with actual Nerf guns, like he has an actual gun room, full of actual fucking rifles and shit. Bro.
Yep.
You've gotta... No, just no. Top 5 Nerf guns you need, all capitals, to buy.
Top 10 Nerf guns in 2022. Man, that I didn't even say much there, but doing it in that voice towards the end, that kind of messed up my throat a little bit. Just a little bit.
Number 7. Burger King foot lettuce.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Number
the last
15.
thing that you would want to find in your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus. But turns out that might be exactly what you get.
I swear to God, if I ever get some fucking butt fungus in a burger, I will shoot someone. I swear to fuck.
The last thing you would want to find in your Burger King burger, redundant much redundant?
Your Burger King burger.
But,
Man, that's the type of dude who's
Burger
in here.
King burger!
That's called the teacher. That's called the teacher said this essay needs to be 1,000 words. I'm at 958.
Crap, I need two. Yeah, I need 2 more words. Burger King burger. Okay. Just say burger again. I'll fix it. Of course, you also have the other one where it's like, if I saw that thing in my house, I would stomp on it until it was a small brown stain. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and then there's also the other one, which I honestly don't know if it's real, or it's probably real, but I don't know why he never swears to my knowledge in any of his other videos that I've seen, but he's just like, it's something number 15 or something, and then he's like, nothing will ever unfuck the Thanksgiving turkey. And I'm like, what? I'm like, hold up a minute. What'd you do to the Thanksgiving turkey?
Well, oh my guy, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, did he actually say that in a video? Because I'm like, for one, it's funny, but also it's like, when did Chills just start swearing in his videos? Like, alright. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm like on the pulse of what's going on with that guy in recent years, but like, what the crap? I mean, who knows? That could be like a 5-year-old audio bit from a video, for all I know at this point. But it's like, what about the Thanksgiving turkey? And why would he say that? Why was that a part of your narration for?
Oh wait, I
don't know. Maybe if it was in context with the clip, maybe it would make perfect sense. I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, I found the video that I've been talking about where it's like the dude's like, this Nerf rifle scares me. First of all, it turns out it's that motherfucker whose hair I said was too goddamn long. This Nerf This Nerf mega rifle, this Nerf mega sniper rifle. Ah, fuck. I can't read. Apparently, I can't fucking read. Apparently, the Nerf mega rifle that scares me. Fuck, I still read it wrong. The Nerf.
I still read it wrong. Learned it wrong.
Fuck it.
Oh man.
We're just rolling with it. We're not stopping. We're just going.
Can't stop, won't stop. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I because I'm still on my channel on here. I went over to the playlist thing and I was like, I'm on my liked videos list right now, and I'm like, oh, all right. And then there's my liked video playlist doesn't really get filled up very much because I don't really hit the like button on that much stuff. But all right, there's like 2 more recent things. Let's see, how many clips of a certain breed do I have in here at this point? Oh my gosh, there's a good amount of them.
There's just so much porn.
2, 3, kind of 4. That kind of counts. It's music, but it kind of counts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's also music, but it kind of counts. Let's see, I was at 17, I think. 18, 19. There are 19 VTuber-related clips in here. Or related things, I should say.
See, this is why
Most of them are clips. Most of them are clips. One of them's a live stream. One of them's a piece of music. Another one's kind of music, but it's also mainly a funny animation with the music. More clips. A music video, and then 2 more clips. So yeah, it's mostly clips, but they are good clips. What is this one? Alright, from title and thumbnail, I don't know what it is exactly, but if I hit the like button on it, it must have been good or cute or something. I have a clip in here. It's an older one I've seen, but I think the last time I watched, the most recent time I watched it, I was like, you know what, I like this clip so much, I'm gonna hit the, this is overdue, but I'll hit the like button on it now. It's just called Supersonic Racing, and it's just a clip of someone playing GTA 5, I'd imagine on PC, because it's probably modded or something. And it's just him the guy playing as Michael running down a highway while the opening of Supersonic Racing from Sonic R is like building, like the build up at the beginning is playing, and then the moment the song kicks off into the Supersonic Racing part, Michael just like falls backwards and is like getting dragged by the leg by like an invisible force and starts traveling at like 50 miles an hour down the highway.
Come on, we've all been there, done that, you know?
And he just starts shooting off down the road while Supersonic Racing is blaring, and he's like, you know, swerving left and right and everything. Like it's like maybe not no clip, but it's like just a ragdoll mode. Like somebody literally just like moved the mouse cursor and started dragging Michael by his leg. It's so good because the way it times with the music is so good. Because the song has a bit of a build up at the for the first like I don't know 15, 20 or some odd seconds of the song, and then like it lines up with him just kind of keeping pace and running. And then the song and the video kick off at the same time, and it's freaking amazing. I love it. I sent you a link to that video like years ago, and it was back when I was going through one of my YouTube playlists, which is completely freaking filled up to max again. In the time since then.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Well, I mean, it has not exactly been empty. I almost have 2 full max playlists now, and neither of them were intended for the thing that filled them both up. But
Shadow, you know how many fucking like saved video playlists I have on YouTube?
Probably not that many.
Favorites,
I know it's at least like
it's like favorites and watch later. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I can use favorites anymore. It's just watch later.
Also, your favorites is maxed out.
Oh no, nothing's maxed out. I just forgot. I don't remember if I actually have the ability
I forgot
to
it existed.
I did forget it existed. Everything just goes into watch later.
Yeah. I don't think I use my favorite. My favorites, I tried to make it. Granted, it's not like I've really tried to do this in recent times, but for a while, it's basically just reserved for like really old YouTube stuff that I remember when I was younger watching, and I'm like, all right, this is going in there. Like, it's basically the favorites folder is this is all the old crap I used to watch on here that's actually still available. But yeah, and I mean, the liked video playlists don't matter in that regard because all that crap's private now because you don't have the ability to make it public or anything anymore. But
enemy UAV overhead.
But yeah, like, yeah. But my watch later, I don't know what the status of it, but that one's not terribly far from being filled either. Which actually makes it really bad because that means I have like pretty much close to because that means I actually have close to 3 freaking playlists that are nearly filled to the max, and the max is like 10,000 videos. It's like, oh my gosh, like watched later kind of made sense because I would just throw whatever in there, and then it's the thing where you throw it in there, and then sometimes you never watch it or whatever. So it's like the complete opposite of what it's supposed to be used for. But then I had like an MP3 playlist that I made a long time ago that's mainly meant for just music to be thrown into, and there is a lot of music in there of various kinds. But then I would also just make the bad habit of just saving stuff there that I maybe wanted to watch later, and yeah, it just filled it up and everything. And now I had another music playlist that was just kind of I made for rant because there was a while like years ago at work, for some reason, when I was working, I would just remember random songs that I had not thought about in a really long time, and I'd be like, what? I don't know why I'm thinking about these now, but like I try to remember them and put them in that one. And that was all it kind of was, so it wasn't really being used for much of anything, but now it's just almost filled to max with just all kinds of other crap, and it's essentially another Watch Later playlist. It's just, I don't know. With whatever space I do have that's still free in the Watch Later playlist, I try to reserve that for, like, stuff that, even if I might not get around to it for however long, I'll just be like, alright, I definitely would like to put time into watching this at some point, so it's kind of reserved for the more important stuff.
My brother in Christ, you have a problem.
I mean, yeah. You can also blame the you can also blame the tubers for it, because that's what killed the MP3 playlist entirely, because it just got filled with so much of that stuff. Because I would just see so much of it, I was like, well, there's this one and this one and this one. It's not like now, because I'm watching all this stuff on the PC. I can find all that stuff on my YouTube homepage, and then just add it to the queue, and then just watch it all through right then and there, and don't have to keep it in a playlist, a permanent playlist or anything. It just can be put into a temporary one, and it just gets added to my watch history like I watched them all individually. That's really nice. I really wish they would add that feature to the mobile version, but, you know, there's still not absolute, you know, there's still not absolute parity between all the different versions of YouTube for some freaking reason. Like, if they added the queue feature to YouTube on mobile, I would freaking use it. I might as well. I've used it tons of times on the freaking website at this point. I would totally use it on the mobile version, especially because I have a tendency of, like, because the home tab on the mobile version, like, auto refreshes every now and again, and, like, if you tab over to a different tab, or whatever, and then go back, it auto refreshes. So if there was, like, something there that you knew you wanted to watch, but it refreshed, well, guess what? It might be gone now. It would be nice if I could just go through all that stuff and just add it to a temporary playlist, and then I could just move on and not have to worry about it auto refreshing, because I got all the stuff in a queue. Because I have a tendency of, like, sometimes not getting away from the YouTube homepage on mobile, because I know it's probably going to be a little bit for me to get through this stuff, and then by the time I even get through some of it, it could auto refresh, and that's why I want to keep it on there, so it doesn't auto refresh and get rid of the crap. But if I had the queue feature, I wouldn't have to worry about it, because I just go through, be like, alright, I want to watch all of these, throw it into the thing, and then just move on about my day, and just play the stuff that I put in there. But,
My brother in Christ.
Yeah. Hashtag YouTube problems.
Hashtag fucking self-moderation problems, my dude.
Self-moderation?
How the fuck are you spending...
I don't know if it has anything with self-moderation.
No.
It's more
How are you
just
spending
like,
this much time
I'm not
on
able
YouTube
to watch all this crap
even...
in one go-through because of the freaking way the mobile app works.
No. How are you spending this much time on YouTube that you're even experiencing these problems? That is not healthy, my son.
I mean, it should be a pretty simple answer.
That is not healthy.
Not much I do is healthy, Scott. It's a miracle I'm still alive, okay?
Do we need to call...
You know?
Do we need to call Logan and your brother and make them take you outside so you can touch fucking grass?
I mean, seeing as I have yet to meet one of them, and I haven't hung out in person with the other, and considering that we are friends and we live in the same state, and I probably should be a better friend and actually hang out in person, sure, we'll do that. Because when you have friends that live in the same state, but you don't really have a decent list of the times you've actually hung out and been actual friends, you should probably change that, because, you know, if you live in different states, that's one thing. Like, that's understandable. But it's like, Yeah, that's an excuse, but it's like if you live in the same state and you're not terribly far away, like maybe a few hours at most, it's like we should probably do that every now and again. You know, we could hang out for a day or two. We could probably do that. Then again, I mean, seeing as most of us live in the same state now, we could probably could just all maybe somewhat do that. With the the only thing preventing that is, of course, that many different schedules. But granted, we're really pretty much all of us are really overdue for just some sort of get together. But you know,
indeed. But for fuck's sake, my boy, we need to get you to fucking cut grass.
We all meet up again and everything. I will touch all the grass.
I'm gonna make you buy.
I will roll around in that.
I'm gonna make you buy a fucking gun so you can get out of the house.
I'm gonna make.
So you can get out of the fucking house, go to a gun range, experience some fucking socialization. Jesus fuck.
Socialization? Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be very fucking healthy for you.
Only like a freak of nature walking into the range, just being like, I'll be all hunched over and crap.
Shit, bad guys!
We'll be all hunched over in my freaking weeb hoodie. Or whatever. Just be like, what is this place? And no, for the record, if you're thinking of a particular kind of hoodie when I said weeb hoodie, no, I do not own one of those. I do have... You were thinking it, weren't you?
No, I was more like, when the fuck did he acquire something he would call a weeb hoodie?
Well, the thing I have in mind, I do not actually own, but I have considered it, and maybe I will actually purchase it at some time.
Is it the one with the hentai on it?
No. It's got nice artwork on it. It's not one of those Hagao frickin' hoodies. Which is what I was referring to. It's like, no, it's not one of those stereotypical hoodies that people may or may not wear ironically.
Let's be honest, Shadow, no one wears that. No one who's willing to wear that is wearing it ironically outside of the house.
If I had to wear one of those, it would be for ironic reasons, because I'd just be like, all right, screw it. If I'm being forced into wearing this, then I'll just put the sunglasses on and just kind of deal with it myself. I won't give any indication of how I feel about the situation, but I'll just play it straight. But I was gonna say, I don't know if I'd say it's necessarily a hoodie, because hoodies I think are kind of seen usually as a bit bigger, but it's kind of like a hoodie, and it is white with some like kind of black style, black on it, but it's not that.
I'm about to say
it may be white with black on it, but it's not that.
The fact that you have to keep saying that is not helping you here.
What? That it's not that, but it has the same colors. It has the same usage of the same two colors, but it's not that. It's not that.
The fact that you keep having to say the phrase, it has this and this, but it's not that.
Well, I mean, you can have a white hoodie with black,
but it's not that. It's anime, but it's not that. It's black and white.
It's not anime though, not the one I'm describing. It's not the anime though. That's what I'm getting at. It's not that at all. It's literally just a white. It's just like essentially a white hoodie, just with some black like lines and stuff on it. That's all it is. Like I said, the anime hoodie thing I was saying is at least for the time hypothetical. It's just something I might acquire in future or whenever, but it's not something that I currently possess.
Alright, are you being degenerate?
I mean, how do you mean?
Are you...
Am I being a degenerate for considering buying a piece of apparel in the somewhere in the future?
Yes.
Is that what you're getting at? Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe. It depends on... I mean, I don't know. It's got artwork on the back, and that's about it, and that's kind of it. It's not, like, bad or suggestive artwork, either. But, I mean, the hoodie, like, it's a bit... I don't know, I guess I would say it's technically, from the outside looking in, would be seen as pricey, but honestly, as far as hoodies go on just some websites I've seen and everything, it's kind of par for the course, the price point. So, I mean... and honestly, I don't know if I necessarily would be a hoodie person, but this one was, at least at the time, I was like, you know what, maybe? Like, it looks alright. I don't know. But if I go down that apparel route for a few things, it will probably be, it'll require a good amount of money to put into it, so, but I'm gonna wait, at the very least, I'm gonna wait on that until I got the room situation taken care of so that I can have that stuff be stored in, some storage stuff. And I know it's like, I could just put it in my dresser, but yeah, the dresser's a whole other thing, so I'm thinking about just getting some other extra storage things and throwing that stuff in there. That, and that's also what I'm gonna, like, step one of all this is, I also have, all this freaking stuff and all those clothes and stuff in my chair, and I need to put all that stuff somewhere, and that's why I'd like to have my chair back.
Who needs chairs? Not you. You only need potatoes.
I think my knees and my legs would beg to differ. I think you very much need chairs.
Do you know when
I
last
swear
time
my knees and my legs are gonna hate me later in life. Like,
you
it's
know
gonna
when
be one
last
of the
time I
first
used
things
chair
that
while
starts
playing
going.
video game was? Do you know?
You talking about you?
Yeah, you know when last time I used chair while playing game was?
Long time ago.
115,000 BC.
But I'm trying to think of what I know of the layout of your room, how much more convenient that may or may not be. Anything, I'm trying to think. I think it might actually be slightly less convenient for you than it would be for me, ironically. But then again, I also have, like, the chair where it is right now. It's kind of in the middle of the room, so, like, it wouldn't totally work out for me because I can't exactly move the chair anywhere else right now. But, like, because the bed and the TV and the TV stand, all that stuff are on opposite sides of the room, I could just kind of sit on the floor with my back against the side of the side of the bed and just kind of do that. But, the chair's in the middle of that, so. But to my knowledge, I think yours is kind of like, essentially your TV and your bed are, like, next to each other. So, like, you wouldn't be able to lean up against anything in particular unless you had something else, but I don't know. Anyway, I think I could probably close out my freaking channel, the tab here for my channel, because I don't think I'm doing any more on it. At least actually on the channel. So I'm looking back at any of the freaking videos, I will just have to pull it up off my computer because I have all that crap on my computer, because why not? I'll just tune in to the freaking broadcast that we are recording right now, and I'll just type into the chat, Shadow, you're a loser. or whatever, you degenerate. Shadow is a weeboo degenerate that will benefit nothing to anything.
Damn, this has got hard and dark and shit.
Hope you feel depressed about this afterwards, lol. With my early 2010s humor using lol at the end of this. But yeah, for the record, I think you do have a YouTube community tab, Scott, because it's at least on here. Yeah. We can make random posts about garbage.
I mean, to be fair, isn't that what we're doing right now?
In a visual and verbal sense, yes. But we could provide that through a different kind of visual and verbal sense. People would have to read all the stupid stuff instead of just hearing it. Let's see, how long do you got? Oh, okay, alright. Before we started doing these broadcasts, the last thing that you had up on the channel was only 2 years. Let's see, I think 2 years? I think that says 2 years, and I think the other one says 3. So, it's not that bad.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Granted, the last thing that you did was like 1 minute and 27 seconds, but you know.
I'm about to say, Shadow, you say it's been over a year. It's been 2 years. Let me ask you something, Shadow. What happens when you don't feed a child for 2 years? Is the child alive or is it dead?
I'd imagine it'd be dead.
What happens if you don't pee onto a lemon tree for 2 years? Do you still get the engorged lemons? No, you don't.
The enemy has the lead.
All I'm getting at is, in comparison to me, you were doing better, because that's half the time it took for me. As a matter of fact, I'd have to go back to my channel and look at this, but I think I'm almost up to the 4-year mark again. Maybe a bit more. Might actually be 2 or 3, but you know what? I should have freaking checked that when I was on there. Didn't I? I can go back.
Oh shit.
This one, because I think the other one would just be my playlist tab. When was the last thing I put up?
They shot me in my taint.
Yeah, it was like at least 3 years ago. Yeah, it would have had to been because it was 2020. So yeah. Yeah, actually that would have been recently, because that one I think went up at the beginning of. But no, wait, hold up, I gotta think here. Oh crap, I'm thinking again. Oh,
ah shit, here.
It
Oh
have
boy,
been...
here I go thinking again.
Oh no.
Having thoughts and opinions and shit.
I think, let's see, I think it would have been, early 2020. Okay, yeah. I had to think about it in relation to what the last video I did was. I was like, when was this? Alright, February of 2020. So yeah, it's been recently swapped over to the 3 years. So next year will be 4 years. Will I be doing stuff again by that next time the 4-year mark rolls around again? I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what 2024 will bring me, as well as 2023. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so I figured that out. And crap, I just got rid of all the... I tried to go forward through tabs, but because I went back to a particular tab and then progressed forward to a different tab, I completely reset all of that. So I have to go your channel manually, which is not that bad because it's one click away. Anyway.
It's only one. Crap. Come on, where someone else is shooting in the face, I need to shoot them from far away.
I need to shoot them
Ghost
from
activated.
far away.
Basically, I need to be more of a Lee Harvey Oswald and not a John Wilkes Booth.
I gotta go for distance. I gotta make it look more impressive.
I don't care how impressive it looks. I just need it for camos. Oh god, I'm being shot. Where from though?
You know what? For the heck of it, I might bring up the live stream on my end for a few seconds. I probably will have it muted though.
Wise choice. Lest I come and kick you in the ball sack. I will send you to the port of Dandong.
We're advancing. Maintain pressure.
Alright. Oh, look at that. It's an HD. Holy crap! It's the annotated playback sound. 1080p HD. It's not 60 frames per second though. What's up with that?
What's up with that is fuck you, I ain't wasting that. You don't need it.
I ain't wasting my internet adding that additional 30 frames.
Fuck you, best I can do is 29. Go fuck yourself.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you can stream with 60 FPS frames per second though. I believe that's in the because the frickin' PS4 was able to do that. Granted, your mileage may vary depending on what you actually have, internet and all that crap, but you can do it. I think I had one live stream that I had that set, and it was like, it's probably one of the only 60 FPS things I have on this freaking channel. Because my video editor allows you to have, allows to have, I was able to go up to 1080p, but it didn't do anything about frame rate.
Fuck, I just saw the motherfucker that shot me right before he did. Almost like a fucking horror movie. I'm looking for this freaking killer. And there he is! Touching my nuts! Just straight fondling them bitches.
Yeah, let's think about it though. If you had, the PS5 might have this. If you had if you had text to speech on, I could type in comments in the live chat and have them be read out aloud in the stream, and it'd just be like old times.
We're not doing that shit again. I learned my fucking lesson.
But it was so good though.
Every time.
That happened like 2 or 3 different times, and it was great every time.
Yeah,
especially the first one, because I caught you so off guard with it. And especially because you got to hear it like freaking 2 different times at once, because it also went through your phone.
Halfway to mission complete. Maintain the lead.
Okay.
I think that the PS5 probably has that though. I don't know why they didn't get rid of it. I know it has all the similar accessibility stuff that the PS4 had, so.
I ain't turning it on, boy. Ain't gonna happen. I'm probably about to explode.
Scott doesn't care about accessibility, confirmed.
The only thing I care about accessibility is my accessibility to powerful weaponry. The accessibility to bitches comes even after that.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Hostile UAV in the area.
Also my accessibility. Also my accessibility to Olive Garden breadsticks.
Olive Garden.
I will fucking stab you for a thing of those. I want some now. Shit.
Well, I mean, you've established to me in the past that I mentioned that I had like friggin' sugar cookies or whatever over here, and I was like, oh, I got sugar cookies, and you were just like, I'll stab you for one, and I'm like, alright, that first part seems kind of unnecessary, Scott. I mean, you could have just asked before you immediately went to the stabbing part, but like,
No.
I'll stab you for
The
one.
transaction must be completed.
The transaction? One stab equals one cookie, please.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
The blood price must be paid. Let's get this right. We're doing this fucking properly. We're not fucking
We're
monsters.
doing this properly. Because if we don't commit to the way the system that's been put in place, the system will collapse.
Exactly. We're fucking civilized. We use blood sacrifice, not green paper.
Cargo helo is en route to the AO.
For some reason, on the video page here for this, for some reason, like, depending on like how the page sets itself up, like it will adjust to show fewer or more icons, like the like button and dislike and share. Usually those only show up for me, but here there's apparently for some reason there's actually enough space where like the clip button and stuff shows up. I'm not sure why. Well, actually, I think I might know why, because the other button that would show up in place of that would be the download button, and because the download button takes up more space because the download button would take up more space because, well, the word download is a longer word than all the other words, so that's probably why it takes up more screen space. But because this is a live stream, the download button isn't available yet, so that's probably why.
I'm about to say you can download these hams. I mean, shit, that's why I'm downloading them. These fucking straight running damn numbers on me. Fuck. Oh, wait, what the fuck is that dude's name? Gate Turtle. Man, Gate Turtle distracted me, so I got shot. That's one. This is why I don't like turtles.
Yeah, well, from what I can tell, the stream quality seems to be pretty consistent.
You know what else is consistent?
Okay.
The amount of fucking farting I'm doing. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, like, it seems pretty good. Don't know about any delay or anything, because I'm going off of simply visual. I might swap my mutes for here for a second to hear audio, although I don't even know how loud this is going to be.
There we go. Fuck you.
A cargo helo has entered the airspace.
Where are you, enemies? Come out so I can show you these nuts.
Hostiles deployed a sentry.
Alright, so yeah, there's definitely a bit of a delay. Maybe about, a few seconds, as you'd probably expect, but...
Yeah, more or less. Let's be honest, that's to be expected with this sort of shit.
UAV ready for tasking. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm definitely about to get a shot. I just don't know from where.
We're losing ground. Secure
That was weird. I somehow managed to, I went to go turn the volume. I'm messing with the volume slider on the actual video. And I moved the volume slider, but, I wasn't, clicking and dragging. It's like I clicked on it, and then I was just dragging it.
Oh, shit!
But, not doing that now, but that was kind of weird.
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
There.
Friendly UAV online. Airdrop inbound.
So I guess your approach of what you're doing right now is literally just to go on a building and try to snipe at whatever you got.
Basically, that's honestly the best way I found to try to get long shots with these fucking sniper rifles. Like, the normal size maps don't really provide me enough distance to do it reliably. But it's like this, it's more players, larger area, easier to work with. It's just...
Show me what you've got.
Exactly, it's like, where are these motherfuckers? I'm here, you're queer, I'm not gonna get used to it.
Hostile UAV in the area.
So I know the second I get up and try to move around,
Strike on the way.
I'm gonna get shot. I just don't know where.
Friendly mortar strike inbound.
Yeah. Maybe later, if I actually look back through some of these, I can assess the actual volume levels and whether we could maybe adjust the microphones related stuff any further if need be. Because it sounds decent at least, but it might be a little on the quiet. I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to actually be dedicated actually listening to all this and everything to be like, is it alright? Is it not too bad? What is it? It's at least at a decent spot, I think. Although I don't know how much I'd be able to do on my end. Well, at least, I'm on phone. And until I get back on actual console side and using headset, then, it'll also be interesting to use headset because I still have yet to actually know firsthand what my voice sounds like through that headset, other than you guys hearing it a few times. Because I don't think I have any saved video clips that have my voice in it that have my voice with that microphone on that headset, so I don't know actually what that specifically sounds like in that context.